Hi, and welcome back to our final episode of this arc. We're talking about the 7th season of the Clone Wars. So this is season 7, episode 4, Unfinished Business. So Vincent, why don't you get us started? What is going on in this episode?
So you see Echo coming in with his new armor, and then Anakin and Mace Windu and Obi-Wan are talking about how they keep losing all these different battles on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And then Echo says that he can help, but Rex is like, I don't think you're ready yet. But Mace Windu is like, if he has a plan, I want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So then Echo says that he can if he can get on the ship, then he can he can take out the ship with the Bad Batch, and then they can start winning all of the battles.
Basically override.
Yeah, they
Echo
override
can override
the ship.
the ship and the whole system.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Diddy, what did you think about this episode?
Oh, I thought it was great. Just another action-packed, exciting, typical, not in a bad way typical, but a typical classic Clone Wars. I don't know, I think, do we want to continue to just sort of rehash and select our favorite moments, or summarize the episode, or what do we want to do? Any specific things anybody want to talk about, or what they thought, what you guys thought of it?
I had a lot of specifics.
You have a lot of specifics?
Me too.
Okay, well let's start with Olivia. What specifically do you want to talk about for this episode?
Well, when Mace Windu is with Obi-Wan and all of their clones, trying to speak or having Mace Windu does a speech in front of all of the battle droids.
What does he do?
He tries to get them to change sides. By just speaking to them.
It's like a fair warning. Like, look, before I kill all of you, I'm giving you the option right now to lay down your weapons, and you can be reprogrammed.
Yeah, but then
Stop spreading. What is it, like hate and malice across the universe? Or something like
but
that.
then the Belcher just later was like,
Fire! And then he looks at Obi-Wan, or Obi-Wan says something like, "Whoa, worth a try."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
And there
The
was...
Belcher.
We haven't seen it before, have we?
What?
We haven't seen that before. We haven't seen a
Oh
speech
yeah,
like that
we haven't
before.
seen a speech like
the
that.
Belcher was just like,
There was one other thing too.
fire.
Trying to remember. I'll probably get back to it once we
Yeah.
get to that part.
Okay.
But I'm kind of I'm trying to remember. But
I think-
we'll get back to it.
I think I know.
Yeah.
I think I know. So and another part I'd like to talk about is when Anakin gives Wrecker this thingy that sets off all the bombs that he placed on the ship, and then Wrecker's just like, this is the happiest day of my
Day of my life.
and then
Right.
and
So
then the whole
that's
ship just goes,
That was the thing that I forgot. I was trying to think.
yeah.
all right. So that's the end. So let's go back. Let's back up a little bit,
Yeah.
and so let's walk back. So we've got to the point where Echo has an idea, right? That he can basically infiltrate this. What is it? A droid factory?
I think, yeah,
or-
it's a droid assembly factory.
yeah, on an axis, right?
Yeah.
No, it's on
Yeah.
a ship.
No. The assembly plant is on an axis, but the Bad Batch and Echo need to go to one of the control ships where
Trenches.
At the trenches.
So then they can take out all the droids.
Right. So talk us through that then. What happens once they agree that Echo can go?
Yeah, well, first they're a little unsure how this is all going to go about, because I mean, aren't they going to see us approaching? You know, aren't they gonna? Isn't the Armada or Trench's cadre of ships? Aren't they gonna know that it's us? And Echo, if I remember correctly, Echo assures everybody that no, I can handle this, or I can take care of this. And sure enough, as they're making their way to Admiral Trench's ship, of course they need like confirmation or whatever from the droids on board, or they recognize, is that one of ours, because they're in the Bad Batch's ship. Echo, being Echo at this point, having this technological knowledge of their inner workings and everything else, and the ability to manipulate it or alter it, basically turns their kind of signal, as far as the droids are concerned, to one of their droid ships. So they let them through, they let them close enough to Trench's ship in order to basically kind of land on the underbelly. And from there, they make their way on board, right? And find their way pretty quickly to an access point where Echo can kind of do his thing. And during all this time, the Bad Batch are a little concerned about his loyalties, about Echo's loyalties. Where do they lie? They're still not certain. But Rex continues to reassure everybody, like, no, this is Echo. I know Echo. Echo and I go back. We have a long history together. I know Echo. I trust him. And so, okay, well, let's see what he can do. And Echo accesses this terminal on board the ship. And what then? What happens once he accesses
The big tower long thing. Okay, so he plugs into that and he starts like figuring out, like, trying to think. He's like going through all of the stuff that they have, and like one thing that I want to point out, like when he first starts to plug in and then it kind of zooms in on his face, I was like, that's like a moment that I can see in a lot of things. Like, I've seen something like that in a lot of things, where like the camera zooms up into the face and then they just start talking really fast or whatever. So
yeah, it's kind of this cinematic kind of thing that they do in a lot of movies or stories, where there's this moment where like he's logged in, or he's in Echo's case, he's kind of jacked into their system, and now he's a part of their network and being able to manipulate it. Yeah.
So he figures out like where like all these signals are coming from, like from Admiral Trench's office thingy and
The bridge, I think it's called.
the bridge.
The bridge of Trench's ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so figures out all of the information that he needs from Admiral Trench's bridge or whatever. And the only thing that's going to my mind right now is when he figures out that they're getting a signal from Skeko Minor. Am I missing something? Is there something before that he figures out, or is it just the Skeko Minor part?
So Echo's plugged in, and he is going to send a signal, and Tech is like, no, you can't send it from here.
Oh, yeah,
I have to
yeah.
reroute this, because this has to look like it's coming from Skeko Minor. Because remember, Trench doesn't know yet that the Bad Batch has come in and stolen Echo, right? So
Not technically stolen, just taken back.
taking it back, whatever,
That's the
right? Because the Techno Union is still trying to quote unquote recoup their losses, recoup their financial, whatever they paid or whatever to like have this experiment and this like dirty dealings with the Separatists or whatever, right? So Tech is like, no, I've got to reroute this, okay? But what is it that Echo is doing? What is he sending? So we've got Obi-Wan and Windu in this kind of room
With all of
That's
with
the
all of
factory
the
complex.
so the factory complex with all of these droids, And Echo, once Tech reroutes him so it looks like it's coming from Scapa Minor, Echo starts sending all the droids to this room.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he has an idea where if he sends all the droids to that one room, he can shut them all off at the exact same time, so then he doesn't have to wait or do it one by one or whatever.
So it's an interesting scene because you see the Bad Batch and Echo like plugged in with this plan, but then Trench sees all of his droids going there, and he's like, "Ha, the Jedi are going to be annihilated. This is going to work out in my favor, right?"
Yeah.
So then what happens?
Yeah, but then Echo just like puts his screwdriver in the thing, and then they all just go zippity zappity bye bye.
Yeah. So they all zap out.
Yeah, he shuts them
And
off.
then Admiral Trench was like,
What? He's got like 3 lines in the whole thing, and like 2 of them are what?
You know all of his lines.
What?
wait, it's in the first one too. Sir, there's been a transmission to Scapa Minor.
That's his only lines. That's the only word that he can speak. He doesn't know any other word. Just what?
I think in each one of these, each episode of this arc, he has some weird noise like that.
Yeah.
Or a spider.
So
Yeah.
so the droids get successfully shut down. Echo pulls through, shows everybody where his loyalties are.
Right.
There's no question at this point. But what happens? Trench realizes
Oh, no.
what has happened.
And he sends all the battle droids that are left on the ship to go and get them.
Right,
But
but
then-
what else? But what else does he do? What happens
The
to
big
Echo?
thing.
Echo? Oh yeah.
Echo-
Oh, there's like a big like he also presses he tells his super technical droid to like do something, and then like this big like electricity thing comes down from the tower, but Echo hasn't unplugged yet because
Right, yeah.
he's like because there's a bomb that Mace Windu is trying to set off.
Well, we haven't gotten
Yeah.
quite there yet. We
No,
see that
because the
Echo is disabled at this point
Because they zapped him.
because they zapped him. Because right, you said he hadn't unplugged yet.
But
So Echo is now unconscious, and Trench decides, okay, despite the fact that they've taken out all of my droids at the assembly plant below, he has something in store for the Jedi and the clones.
there is a bomb.
That being this bomb, right?
There's always a second problem. There's
Right.
never one.
Mhm.
Always two.
And they say this bomb is like big enough to take out the entire planet.
Wait, no, at that point Echo's still in, and so now that they know that there's a bomb, Mace Windu goes over to the bomb to disable
That's right,
it.
he wasn't disabled. Echo
That's
was
right. I got
Yeah,
the order.
That's
of
what I was
the-
trying to say.
This guy was right.
But
Yeah,
then
it
the
was.
big ray shield comes down, and Echo has to tell Mace what the numbers were, and
The
he
numbers
got
were to what? Why does he
to get the shield down so he can disable. But
to disable
right
Disable
disable
the
the bomb. But right before he gets the last number, the big zappy zap comes.
what?
Right.
Right. Yes, he did. He messed that up.
Well,
Yeah, he did mess that up.
Vincent kind of did go a little bit ahead.
That's okay.
I confused that.
That's okay.
So there is a big bomb,
Big boy bomb.
and Mace Windu knows how to defuse it. But as he's going over to it, he realizes there's like a ray shield around there, right?
Yeah.
So okay, and so Echo's giving him the numbers to disable the ray ship, but at the very last number he gets zapped. And then what happens?
Well-
we get some foreshadowing.
Well,
Daddy. What?
Mace Windu figures out how to move the thing.
So he starts moving it with
Yeah.
force moving.
And then we get to the
because he's Mace Windu. Yeah.
And then we get to
foreshadowing.
Yeah, we get Anakin's moment where he decides, you know what, they need the final number in order to disable the bomb. Anakin takes it upon himself to, I'll go see what Admiral Trench himself has to say, and Anakin makes his way up to the bridge where Trench is.
Yeah, he
With the
cuts.
same face every scene.
and tries to persuade Trench to give him the final numbers, and we have this amazing moment where we get a huge window into Anakin's lurking dark side. I think more so than probably anything in Clone Wars so far.
This is
There
the
was
most-
one episode that was a little. God, I can't remember which one.
He
but
definitely gets angry in,
yeah,
in
there
some
there
of
was
his
another
episodes.
episode. I'll have to like look it up. But there was another one where they played like the Vader music.
Oh yeah,
in it.
oh yeah.
Oh, I know.
Which
The
one?
one where they're on the planet with the brother, the sister, and
Is it that one? Because I thought there was another one where
Yeah.
he's
Well,
like
he's-
tried.
Yeah,
They
because-
reveal that's the Mortis
Yeah.
arc. That's where he's
Yeah.
revealed
Yeah.
by
I think
the
there's
son.
another one where he
yeah,
kind of
because
There's
the
definitely-
brother shows him what would happen, and you can and when you hear when you see the Vader mask, you hear
You do.
The
you hear the
music,
Empire
yeah.
music.
But
Yeah.
I don't think that's what Mom was thinking.
Yeah,
Sure,
no, I
but-
think there's another one like this.
Right.
Anyway,
But let's rein it in. What we see
What?
is
Rein it in.
Anakin, and with you know with a heavy scowl,
Yes.
very very dark side. Tell Trench, you know, I need these numbers. Trench refuses, and I think at that point Anakin.
well, so Trench says Dooku would kill me
Oh,
if,
yeah.
if I gave you
And
an
then
access.
Anakin's like-
That's right. Dooku would kill me, and what is it? And I'm sorry, but what is it that
Dooku would
Anakin?
kill, and Anakin's like, oh, you think I won't?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, oh, you're a Jedi.
That's right,
And
you're
they're
a
not
Jedi.
gonna say-
Yeah.
You're a
But-
Jedi.
Yeah.
It's basically it's not the Jedi way, and Anakin says, I don't have such weaknesses.
Yeah.
And,
way he
and
As he.
As he stabs him.
no,
No, he
wait,
cuts
as
off
he-
his arm.
As he cuts off his robot arms.
he cuts off his arms.
Say that.
Say it.
As he cuts off his robotic arm.
As he cuts off his robotic arms.
Slice.
I don't have such weaknesses.
Yeah.
Slice.
And then he cuts off his robotic arms and is like, should we try that again?
Yes, that's what he does.
Yeah. And
And apparently, Trench did not call his bluff
Trench did not call his bluff. No.
because.
He tells him the final number, which was 7.
Right.
Yeah. And
So he
then
calms down to Mace. Oh well, look, I persuaded Trench to
Tortured.
to tell me to tell me the number. It's 7, and Mace kind of and he force moves it at 7, and then the ray shield is away.
but then Trench uses his staff and he makes it like electrocute up, and then he hits Anakin, but then Anakin is just stabs him.
Is he
Which
dead
I'm
yet?
Finally happy that but then Anakin's does his thing to all these computers to make it blow up. And then he starts running out, and he's just like, pleasure to meet you, General. And then,
Pleasure doing business.
yeah,
Pleasure
but then,
doing
and you can see that he's dead.
Or
Because
it's
you
been
can,
a pleasure.
yeah, but you can see that he's definitely dead this time, because you can see him try to get up, but then he just flops down.
Yeah, and typical little the animation was of a spider dying. The legs kind of creeping up and then flopping.
Yeah.
Sad.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Because he may
But
have
so-
escape.
So then Anakin runs out saying, pleasure doing business with you. And then you see, and you can finally tell that he's dead this time because he lifts up his arms and then he just flops out. So the Bad Batch, Echo, and Anakin, they all make their escape, and Anakin gives him one of those
In
thingies.
a very glorious manner, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Anakin gives him one of those thingies that
Gives who?
Wrecker, one of those thingies that sets off all those overwrites the ship, I think, and then you just
The
see,
self-destruct of the ship.
and then you,
self-destruct button.
yeah,
Because all ships have those.
Yes, that's a
And then-
must have.
but then you see everything explode, and they land back on the planet, and so the Bad Batch is like, if you feel out of place with the rest of the clones, come find us. But
Well, yeah, they're going to be given awards, right? The formality of the clones is that when they do a good job, they're rewarded with honor and medals and so forth. And
Yeah.
and the Bad Batch basically says that's kind of not our gig. We do it for the action. We're
Because they're walking in, and Echo looks back. He's like, "Aren't you guys coming?"
yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, it's not really our thing."
so, but then Rex comes over and is like, you and I go way back, but if that's where you feel like you belong, then that's where you belong.
Yeah.
And you can go. Daddy approves. I am your father now.
Yeah, no, but
And
yeah.
then the end, and now we say bye bye.
So, overall, the arc is pretty cool. Now, no, this arc actually. So this arc was actually done previously, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, it was on the Lost Missions. I mean, you can find them on YouTube, but they were originally only available on the Lost Missions Blu-ray, which was the final season 6, that never aired. And they some of the bonus material were these kind of unfinished sort of
Roughed.
yeah, just rough animation, but they're all were previously all voiced by the voice actors. The soundtrack was there, the sound effects are there, and so yeah, so Bad Batch previously existed for those who had the Blu-ray or found it on YouTube, but if you didn't, which
We
you
did.
know,
We didn't, because we didn't have the Blu-ray. Because by that point, we could see
had
them on
Netflix.
Netflix, I think.
Yeah,
Because we
they
were
were
watching them
originally
on we were watching them on Blu-ray this second time around,
Mhm.
and then once we got really into it, by the time we were ready to watch that season, they had put them on Netflix.
yeah.
Yeah. So we never did. We had never seen the roughs.
Yeah. But we got to see the finals, so like.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
And overall,
It's a win-win.
this arc, yeah, it was win-win all around. It was such a
Okay, so that's the episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you next
And
time.
we're also pretty sure we came up with a name, Master and Padawan, I think, right?
hopefully we'll see.
Okay, well, bye.
Okay.
Seven,